Good morning, and good morning. Give me some tunes, man. Give me some tunes, man. Give me some tunes. Give me some tunes. All right. Long weekend, and indeed, we back again right here in the same place, the same voice time. Welcome to You Got Voicemail. This here is a daily presentation brought to you by the Voice Sports Universe and me and the great people here, along with my team members, the Voice Reporters. Try to bring you the quality information that you need to keep you going in youth sports. There's a lot of movement taking place around youth sports in the DMV as well as the country, along with some big announcements. Before we get into that, I have to give love where love is due. There's some incredible businesses that help back and sponsor Voice Sports to help us continue to give you this information that you will receive not only as candidly as possible, but with a little flavor. We like to have fun, but we also would like for you to voice your opinions. We want you to be able to have a voice. You too have a voice. I know it may be my nickname, my moniker, but I will tell you this. When you talk about viewing our youth consistently everywhere, that is a parental give it. We want you to be able to do your thing. What's going on? As we're going to start to address a major issue going on in the state of Maryland, if you aren't familiar to it, we went through this last year where the state of Maryland wanted to take away youth sports completely because of initially the statement being it's unsafe, kids run around with concussions, coaches can't tell the difference, don't know, don't care, all they care about is trophies and belts. I went back through our Voice Sports time machine and pulled out a lot of the shows from back in the day. Well, not back in the day, literally this time last year, and got a lot of the reviews. And what enabled us to make it to this point this year is that the community, the Maryland community, showed up and spoke out on this. According to this proposal that's been put out by Delegate Terry Hill on March 7th at 11 a.m., they will be trying to limit full contact football related sports from January to the month of June, July. I mean, the only time your student athlete can participate in anything full contact football related would be from August to December, limiting the option for you as a parent to decide if you want your student athlete to play in the spring and focus on their books in the fall. Some student athletes participate in basketball in the fall. Some don't even play football in the fall. When you let the state come in and tell you what you can and can't do, now you're playing with a different dynamic. Because I said it before and I'll say it again. It's similar to the camera light. Initially, the camera light was set up to try and make those intersection accidents a lot safer by knowing who did what and be able to have a chronicled view of it. Funny, it turned into a way to monitor businesses being robbed or whether the businesses were using proper business practices. Now, it's probably one of the most effective ways for the state to collect money from camera light tickets. $1 million business now, whether you like it or not. And if you think you got away with not paying it, trust and believe me, you file your taxes, it's coming out your states. That's just one example. But I will say this. As we start to move into this, I'm going to go back over it. I want to give you a chance to think about it and ponder it, because I tell you this and I guarantee you this. If Maryland goes through with it, it won't be long before D.C. tries to implement it. It won't be long before Virginia tries to implement it. Everybody screams out, oh, that's not going to happen in our state. We're not going to let it happen. And then it happens. So what I'm saying to you right now, we're going to keep it 100, and we're going to open up the floor for you to have an opportunity to speak and say what you feel. But before we get down into that hot and heavy, I want to throw the attention to where it belongs. Shouts out to my great people that sponsor us. This Fab Five has grown to the incredible six. Champion Drive Transportation. ChampionDriveTransportation.com is the website. If you want to get in contact with them, give them a call at 301-327-8361. What does Champion Drive Transportation do? If you are a local team, be it DC, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, or Pennsylvania, and you have a desire to take your team on the road, you want to get out on the road and travel, you want to go to Canton when Canton doing events, you want to go to Naples when FBU doing things, you want to go down Florida when they getting ready to do the battle thing, when they getting ready to do their thing at Battleground, you want to go to Battleground. When Showtime Athletics getting ready to do their event on June 30th, on June 27th through the 30th, and the Voice going to be in there rocking out, you want to get down there with your team? Don't be sitting there trying to go, oh, wow, she going to drive, and she going to drive, and they going to fly, and they going to get on the train. Contact Champion Drive Transportation, and they will not only come and pick your team up, but guys down there all in one accord. Once again, ChampionDriveTransportation.com. If you're going to go like a champion. Shouts out to Cray Energy Drink. Cray Energy Drink, one of the best organic sports drinks that's come across my lap. And I told you guys a long time ago, I wanted to get into endorsements and sponsorships, but I wanted to only deal with stuff that I would be proud to say was healthy in the community. I ain't want to get with something that 2 years later kids running around with no teeth in their mouth. I'm like, yeah, I was drinking Cray in my no. Drink Cray. Go to DRINKKRA.com. Drink Cray. This organic sports drink is completely incredible. Tastes great, healthy for you, and very inexpensive, especially when you go to the website and order it. Type in PICK6, PICK6, and get it 20% off as a great bonus from Voice Sports and Pick6 Academy. Another great connection made with Voice Sports is, of course, Pick6 Academy, getting it in and doing their thing, coaching you the game, and every Sunday and Sundays at noon, they do it like nobody else is in the business. Coaching from some of the best schools around the area. Go to pick6academy.org and find out more. Always getting it in on Sundays at noon at the Capitol Sportsplex. And now that they tag team with QB Labs, you want to get some of the most intense coaching in your position, you're going to get an opportunity to do that. Now, watch this. It gets better because now you talk about the Voice Sports Combine moving down the East Coast. You got an opportunity to find out more. The first Voice Sports Combine will be held in, May in Pennsylvania. Find out more. We're going to put you on. We got the E-Flag getting ready to drop. And it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be an incredible opportunity for you, a lot of the great student athletes in Pennsylvania, to get it on. We're going to work our way down the coast, but you want to get there while it's for Rijesh. What's up, John? Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. And also, if you want to find out more about Pick6 Academy and how to get involved, give them a call at 202-425-4438 and talk to my man John Pank. Tell him the Voice sent you. Even if you just want to talk to him and ask him questions about it, give him a call. Do your due diligence. Trust and believe. I did mine. I'm putting you on to some great people. Holler my man Coach Panker. Now, when you're talking about great people, that's great when you're talking about position training, how to be a sharp linebacker, how to be a sharp DB, working on your quarterback skills, your footwork as a running back, your hand work. Those things are great. But you also have to work on your core, your strength, your speed, your burst. Not many get it down like my man Ferron Carter. Dynamic Specialized Performance. You can find out more about them at dynamicsp.net, or if you're in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, give Ferron a call directly at 443-306-7016. My goodness, my gracious, everything is good when you know how to work that body out and get all the information you need. Now, if you're outside of the DC, Maryland, Virginia area and still got a lot of intriguing questions, you can still go to the dynamicsp.net website and find out a lot of great workout training regimens, see some of the work that's done, and be able to utilize it where you are. So again, go to dynamicsp.net today and find out more. My man Ferron Carter puts it out there for you. A lot of great specialty training coaches in the area. Shouts out to my man Monster Maker. Shouts out to my man Mike Brooks. Shouts out as always to my man DeJuan Ellis and the incredible one, Miss Tanya Ellis. Yo, edutainment is always on the front page, baby, as well as Youth Avenue Solutions. Check this page out on Facebook. If you're really trying to find out how to get your academic pencil sharpened, yo, Youth Avenue Solutions is an incredible idea. Brought to you by my girl, Miss Tanya Ellis, one half of the Ellis Empire, boy. They running things over there. You gotta get with them, gotta get with them. Hey, Big Chuck, what's good with you, man? Can't wait for this season to start, man. What's up with you? We gotta holler after the show, man. Man, hey, look, matter of fact, send my man Big Chuck right here. Hey, look, if you looking to get sharp like Unity Thunder did last year, my goodness, you got to hook up with Blacksmith Athletics. Get your uniforms right. My man's in there put them down. Hey, he been taking care of the Maryland Outlaws for a minute. And a lot of great teams within the ECFA, the all-star uniform. If you haven't seen them yet, you slipping. Find out more about Blacksmith Athletics. Get in contact with my man Chuck Benner right there in the comments. Hey, and see what he got for you. Tell him you saw it on the show and you wanted to holler at him. Just hit Chuck Benner right there. That's right, Chuck Benner and holler at my man. Trust me, you're going to be impressed. Speaking of uniforms and apparel, hey, two great sponsors is coming your way from Voice Sports on the West Coast. If you in Sacramento, you can't get anything done without talking to my mellow Brent Chris Gray at A2K Apparel, the official uniform provider for the Cali Bowl. Now in its 12th season, you want to find out more about the Cali Bowl. Get in contact with Brent at 916-290-3034. And on the East Coast, you gotta holler at my man Al Spears at 704-224-3277. One more thing I wanted to speak on before I get into everything is our final sponsor, the law offices of Sandra M. Douglas, specializing in personal injury, estate, family, and criminal law in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. You don't want a court appointed. You want somebody that's gonna stand beside you and deal with what you deal with. Now we all can sit here and act like none of these student athletes get in trouble. We can sit here and act like you as parents don't get in trouble. Things happen. Hey, tempers flare up. People get injured. Things of that nature out of your control. We can sit here and act like the juvenile justice system ain't snatching kids off the street left and right. And you putting your heart and your faith into a lot of these court-appointed lawyers thinking that a real lawyer is very expensive or out of control. Well, if you're comfortable with your student athlete having something on their record that's going to scar them the rest of their lives, sit them down, mess up their transcripts and all that other stuff, then continue by all means to help fill up great places like Cheltenham and Boys Village and all that other stuff, Lawton. You can continue to fill them joints up with young men who probably 9 times out of 10 don't need to be there, probably in the right place at the wrong time. Get a real lawyer. Get a real lawyer. You don't have to call me and tell me your story. That conversation is between you and her. Give Miss Sandra a call. I know a lot of people act all shy about it, don't want to mess around. I'm telling you, the last thing you want is to have something ignorant on your record, regardless to what you're going through. We just had an incident not too long ago. Young man played 4 years in school, sack leader, killing them. I can't think his name off the top of my head. Sack leader, unable to qualify for the NFL because he got in a fight before he even went to college. Yo, make sure you get your stuff straight. Get a real lawyer so you know how to protect yourself. Things happen, but you have to be able to adjust to them and adjust to them accordingly. Give her a call at 410-685-6181 or go to the website at www.sndlawoffices.com. You don't have to go public. Ain't nobody telling you to, but give her a call today, all right? Now, as we start talking about this rule, I'm sorry, it's very uncomfortable in this chair. Over the course of the weekend, if you've been following, I know thank you to many of the people who sent me messages and what have you. Man, got to mess around and playing my daughter. I think I tweaked my knee pretty bad and I'm going to Fort Washington yesterday, get checked out, and no bone damage, but I still have to go to orthopedic to find out more about whether I got ligament or damage to my meniscus. So we're going to get that straight. This chair is super uncomfortable, and I didn't want to do this show boosted off no OxyContins because it needs to happen. It needs to happen because many of you student athletes are lost out here, man. And a lot of you parents, y'all go to work, y'all come home. You have no clue what's going to bring it to your attention. It's going to continue to be a problem. And what we want to do is get you right. Now, on March 7th at 1 o'clock, it's supposed to be taking place. And I'm getting ready to read off to you. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you can go back to my page And I actually posted it right before we came in. And it basically reads off, to all youth sports programs, restrictions, registration, personnel, and policy information requirements, sponsored by Delegate Hill. Status will be read off in the House. Hearing date, March 7th at 1 p.m. And it reads, limiting an annual football season to the months of August through December, prohibiting a youth sports program from offering, approving, or sponsoring football, certain physical activities related to football during the months of January through July, requiring a certain youth athlete to use certain equipment when participating in certain sports, limiting a number for certain youth athletes, and limiting the types of contact certain youth athletes may engage in for a certain youth sport. All right. The analysis, none available at this time. All sponsors, only Delegate Hill, and the additional facts include bill file type regular, effective date July 1st, 2029. So this is when they wanted to go into effect. The AD went into it in greater details and broke it down, and she's going to be coming on the show. If not today, she'll be coming on. I want you to have an opportunity to do your due diligence, because if I sit here and tell you all the nuances of it, then you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're trying to play catch up. And I don't want that. I don't want that. We want you to be prepared and equipped. We have to get you aware. All right? There's a lot of great things going on. Thank you to the many of you who are already prepared and hip to be a part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy. I got a full rundown of everything that's getting ready to take place in March as far as events. Please let me know if you want to be involved in them. Let me know so I can patch you through, get you signed up, get you registered, get you going to Canton. And as always, if you have transportation issues, they are issues. It's just a phone call. ChampionDriveTransportation.com. Service in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, and PA. This subject continues to bother me and vexes me a lot because it takes away the parents' right to choose. You have the right to choose. Many parents understand it. Yeah, your son or your daughter might be the greatest thing since sliced bread in youth sports. Outstanding. But some of you know your son or your daughter need extra work. They need more time to click. They need more time to understand it. They need more time to gel into it. Injuries play no part in it as much as just getting an understanding of it. And a lot of times through athletics, you get a chance to acquire great scholarships to go to better high schools, put you in a better position to go to better colleges. And sometimes you need a spring and a fall for some athletes. The parent should have the ultimate decision of when to pull that kid. If a parent sees their son or their daughter not cognitive, you have the right to pull them because you're going to take them to the doctor. Now, I find this very ironic, and you can go back and check the files. But here at Voice Sports, we have been offering pre-concussion screenings through A&A Athletic Consultants and the AD. We have been offering organizations, we've been offering teams the pre-concussion screen so you know what you're dealing with from a child walking in for almost a year now. Not just in this state, but in every state. She's willing, the AD is willing to come out and help you get started and started on the right foot. Now, I can't sit here and tell you that this would be a horrendous thing for you to pass on. That's a choice of yours. But what we do here in Voice Sports is give you the option. Now, if you want to get a pre-concussion screen for your son or your daughter, we'll get in contact with your boy, The Voice, or get in contact with Laverne Champion Amica, one of the best voice reporters there is when it comes to dealing with a lot of issues. We can get you locked up. But like I said, we've been offering this for well over a year. Nobody jumped out there. Now, see, if we'd have got these done last year, we would be able to say, hey, look, we've done over 1,500 student athletes, and out of 1,500 athletes found maybe 2 kids with something. That have been added documentation to take to this hearing and say, where are your stats coming from? If it was 100 kids with a concussion or 1,000 kids with a concussion, if 1,000 kids out of 1,500 had concussions, had a concussion screen and came up wrong, hey, I would stand there and justify this. Say, hey, look, The results from last year justify this thing got some validity. Do I think you need to take away a half a year's worth of play? No. The other things you take away when you take away this ability to play, team sports, community activity, friendships, the mentoring, the mentorship, the things that come from being around people outside of just going to school and coming home. Now, I don't want to be derogatory and say if you take away youth sports in this capacity for 6 months, the crime rate is going to skyrocket. But what are you going to put in place to subsidize this? What are you going to put in place to subsidize this? These conversations are going to be held on March 7th. You have an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to speak out. If you keep your thoughts to yourself, young ladies like this delegate Terry Hill, who was voted in according to be a voice for you, is going to continue to make these rules and rules like it. Now, we can sit here and say, what if they do shut it down? I guarantee you next year, after all appeals and everything you put in, I guarantee it it's going to come with a price tag. You're going to have to get state registration, you got to get state back end. You're going to pay for something to get them privileges back. So if you don't step on it and stop it now, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. This chair is super uncomfortable with my leg. I want you to like, love, and share this and spread it around as much as possible. Patronize the great sponsorship companies that back us and help us bring this type of information to you, to your doorstep. We're going to come back later on this week and get you some more information. I really wanted to get this off my chest because it's very important. I don't want to wait till the 11th hour to get you informed. We're going to shoot this joint across every youth sports group around the country to get some type of feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to use your voice. I see my man Coach Tony Barr here. Let me see if I can speak out. If you love your student athletes wrestling and playing football and doing all these things, trust and believe it's just another way. It's another way for them to step on what you're doing and put their hand in your pocket, bro. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta listen to me. I'm telling you right now, it's how it is. Man, this shit. What's going on, man?
What's up, Wayne?
Man, trying to get these cats hip, man.
Yeah, man. I hear you, man. I've been reading up on that thing, man. There's no way that can happen, man. Like, spring football helped kids out so much, man, and to take that away, man, I don't know what these kids will do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say they want to stop the violence and this, that, and third, but then they come with something like this. It's like they defeating the whole purpose, man.
Right. And see, the funny part about it, Tony, is I know you as a coach and a great father and a mentor out here. There's so many more aspects that come along with these sports beyond just the scoreboard.
Yes.
And these delegates don't see that. All they see is these tournaments and showcases and combines making this money. And I guarantee you, is what that's about. You don't have any, you don't even have stats on kids rushing or passing yards. So how you got stats on who hurt and who not?
Exactly. Right. Exactly. You're absolutely right about that, man. You're absolutely right, man. They have no stats, no statistics is all saying this or that, man. They just, going off emotion, man. And I think, this is a situation where the parents really got to speak up and speak out and let our voice be heard, man.
And so often I understand it's enough just concentrating on taking care of bills around the house, getting the stuff to go to a job, making sure your kids have a fervent life. That I know it's easy to get tunnel vision. But what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is try and get you hip to what's going on, because I'm telling you, stuff like this get passed. They didn't put this on Channel 4. They didn't put it on CBS. They didn't put it on ABC. Because
they snuck it in.
That nobody see, and they just passed it.
Yeah, they definitely snuck it in, man. They tried it last year.
They tried it last year, and that's what I wanted to go back and show people about pulling up a lot of those videos from last year. They came hard last year. But now they talking about trying to shut things off by July. Yo, you know how many teams would be dead immediately?
Yes,
You talking
I
about
agree.
taking away 7 on 7s, all of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That's just extremely crazy, man. You know,
It's it's
I don't think they
contradictory.
realize how many kids is in this youth sports. You know what I'm saying? How many
I
kids will
think
be
they do.
affected by this?
I think they do. And the problem is because they have that speculation of how many kids involved. It's all money, man. I'm telling you. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I just guarantee you, they got a good idea how many kids is doing it. If you got that many kids running around here, why you ain't got the information to support it?
Exactly. I
If you're
agree.
gonna take it away, then what you gonna put in place to subsidize it?
Right. You can't just throw them
But
to the
then soon as
wolves.
the crime rate go up and they packing in Boys Village hand over fist,
Man,
you talking about the
I agree
parents to do it
110%,
too
man.
better.
I agree 110%, man. Man, Wayne, I swear, man, you always on top of it, man. And you always, man, you definitely a pillar in this thing, man, and you willing to speak out on it, man. I appreciate you always using your platform, man, to speak out on things that really need to be heard, man, because this is a serious issue, man. It's something that we facing, and I'm glad you bringing attention to it, man. And you know, anything I can do
Man,
to support it, man, you know, I'm behind you 110%.
I appreciate you taking the time to come in and speak because a lot of people tend to be timid about it. Say, "Oh, I'm gonna watch and see how it play out," or they can't do that. Yo, that's how a lot of these people get in office in the first place. Because cats lay back, be timid. On March 7th, we going down there. I'm not pressed to be on TV, but I am pressed for them to know what they tampering with is beyond egregious.